Episode 53, Lost and Laughing.
Getting lost, it's the classic comedy trope, right? The bumbling fool wandering aimlessly, trying to find their way back to civilization. But the truth is, getting lost is no laughing matter, unless you're watching it happen to someone else, of course. I remember once, I got lost in a shopping mall. Now, you might think that's not a big deal, but let me tell you, that place was like a labyrinth. Every store looked the same, every hallway led to another hallway, and I was convinced I was going to be trapped there forever, surviving on Auntie Anne's pretzels and Cinnabon. And don't even get me started on trying to navigate a new city. GPS is great, but sometimes it's like my phone is trying to send me on a wild goose chase. Turn left in 500 feet, okay, got it. Now turn right, wait, what? Recalculating, no, I need answers, GPS. But the worst part about getting lost is the panic that sets in. Your heart starts racing, your palms get sweaty, and you start to question every life decision you've ever made that led you to this moment. Why did I think it was a good idea to go on this hike alone? Why didn't I bring a map? Why did I eat that gas station sushi earlier? But hey, at least getting lost makes for a great story later. Just make sure to exaggerate a little to really sell it. I was lost in the woods for 3 days with nothing but a pocket knife and a roll of duct tape. I had to fend off a pack of wolves with my bare hands and construct a shelter out of pine needles and my own tears. It was brutal. So, in conclusion, getting lost may be stressful in the moment, but it's all worth it for the laughs, and potential fame and fortune from a best-selling survival memoir. Thanks, everyone. Getting lost, oh boy, where do I even begin? It's like a rite of passage in life, right up there with getting your driver's license or your first gray hair. And let me tell you, I have a lot of experience with getting lost. I once got lost in my own hometown, and I've lived there for 20 years. Getting lost is funny because it's such a universal experience. It doesn't matter who you are or where you come from, we've all been there. You know that feeling when you're driving and suddenly you realize you have no idea where you are or how to get where you're going? It's like your GPS suddenly went on strike and left you stranded. And then you start to panic, because you're already running late and now you have no idea where you're going. But getting lost isn't always a bad thing. Sometimes, it can lead you to unexpected adventures. I remember one time I got lost in a new city and ended up stumbling upon this amazing restaurant that I never would have found otherwise. It was like the universe was saying, hey, you may be lost, but at least you get to try some delicious food. And let's be honest, getting lost can also make for some great stories. Like the time I was trying to find my friend's house and ended up knocking on a stranger's door, only to realize I was on the wrong street. Or the time I got lost in a parking garage and ended up walking around for an hour trying to find my car, only to realize it was on the first level the whole time. So the next time you find yourself getting lost, just remember, it's not the end of the world. Embrace the adventure, enjoy the unexpected, and who knows, you might just end up with a great story to tell. And if all else fails, just call your mom for directions. She always knows where to go. Getting lost is one of those things that happens to everyone at some point in their lives. Maybe you're on a road trip and your GPS decides to take a nap, or perhaps you're exploring a new city and end up walking in circles. Whatever the situation, getting lost can be both frustrating and hilarious at the same time. Personally, I've had my fair share of getting lost experiences. One time, I was driving to a friend's house and my GPS took me down a road that was closed for construction. I ended up getting rerouted through a maze of side streets and alleys, and I swear I saw the same confused-looking pedestrian 4 times. Another time, I was on vacation with my family in a foreign country and we decided to take a shortcut through a park. It seemed like a good idea at the time, but we ended up wandering around for hours and couldn't find our way out. At one point, my mom started arguing with a park bench because she thought it was giving her bad directions. It was like a scene straight out of a comedy movie. But as frustrating as getting lost can be, there's also something kind of exhilarating about it. It's like you're on an adventure, and you never know what kind of unexpected things you might stumble upon. Maybe you'll discover a hidden gem of a restaurant or stumble upon a street performer who's so talented, they should be on Broadway. So the next time you find yourself lost, don't panic. Embrace the hilarity of the situation and who knows what kind of memorable experiences you might have. Just remember to bring a map or a compass, because there's only so much humor you can find in wandering around aimlessly.
And that wraps up another laughter-filled episode of Not So Funny A. If you enjoyed the jokes generated by our AI algorithms, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and join our comedy-loving community.